Hello everyone, I wanted to share with you my favorite taupe eyeshadows. That is probably a question that I don't like to answer very much. People ask me quite often, Laura, what's your favorite taupe eyeshadow? And that is my all-time favorite color group. So picking a specific favorite in that category is very hard. I have several taupe eyeshadows in my collection, and the ones that I'm going to share with you today, it's a lot of them, but it's not even, anyway, it's a lot of stuff, but it's only a small portion of what I have collectively. So I'm going to get right into it and swatch them as I go. I don't really know what order I'm going to go in yet, but I will do my best to keep this organized. So first up, I'm going to do the ones that are in the UK, just to knock those out. Okay, the first one I'm going to do is this eyeshadow called Truffle by Accessorize, and it is very, very soft, and I actually dropped it and broke it, but it was so soft I pressed it in easily. But this is the first taupe. It's very pretty. Actually, I'm going to do it with my other hand. And just going to swipe like that. And it is just a really pretty, icy, purpley taupe. It's so pretty, and I actually use it. I prefer the texture and quality of the pressed one to the other. So, and another one that I like is the brand 17, I think it's Boots brand, and this is the color Mardi Gras. It is so pretty. It's just a nice, it reminds me a lot of like satin taupe or a color like that. And it's got a lot more brown in it than the first one. But yeah, it really reminds me of satin taupe. And here's another UK only eyeshadow. This is a mousse eyeshadow that you may remember Lisa Eldridge went crazy over, and everybody wanted it after that, and a friend of mine was nice enough to send me one, so that's really exciting. And it looks like this in the jar, and I'm just gonna take it off the lid. And it is such a gorgeous color, and it's so good in quality. Like, it's just gorgeous. And it lasts all day. I don't get creasing with it, but I do use a primer. There's not an eyeshadow that I don't use a primer with. Anyway, it has a lot of those purpley tones like the Accessorized Truffle color did. But this one, I didn't even tell you what these are called. Yeah, I did. This mousse is called Sassy. And I have done a post on my blog about it before, so I'll link that. Anything that I talk about in this video, I'm going to link in the box below. But anyway, another drugstore taupe that I like is actually a gel liner, and it's called London Baby by Essence. And I recently talked about the black one, but this is the one that I've had for the longest, and it is just such a nice texture, and it lasts all day. I'm going to do this swatch, and I'm going to be stuck with the swatch on my hand all day, but that's okay. It doesn't really, you can't really tell how pretty it is here, but it's just like a brownish taupe. I mean, that's the only way to explain it, but it is gorgeous, and I absolutely love that. Moving on to the higher end brands, I'm going to go over my single shadows, and then I'm going to go over palettes. The first one that I absolutely love and I'm wearing today. Oh, and I would like to mention that the eyeliner that I'm wearing is the London Baby gel liner too. So let me get you a close-up. But anyway, the eyeshadow that I'm wearing is actually the Shu Uemura ME850. It's a brown color, but as you see, it's very taupe. And this, I guess, was supposed to replace the 945 shade that everybody goes crazy about, but it's no longer being sold. And it doesn't look that similar to it, in my opinion, but I'll have to make do because I cannot find the other one, and I'm not going to pay $1 million to get it. So, but that is the Shu ME850. It's very metallic, but it's not showing up here. But it is very gorgeous. And the next one up is the Guerlain Holy Smoke eyeshadow. And it comes with a little applicator to just dab it on. So I'm going to do that for you real quick. It's very similar to the Shu color that I just showed you, but that is that. And I'm sorry if the lighting isn't good in this video. It's really late in the afternoon here and the sun isn't hitting like it normally does. So let me turn on the lights. I don't know if that helped at all, but hopefully. So that is Guerlain Holy Smokes. And I'm going to move on to some MAC pigments. I've got Sweet Sienna and Cocoa. And these are both limited edition and you can't buy them in stores anymore. But, I mean, I found Sweet Sienna at a CCO not that long ago. And Cocoa I bought off of a friend. So they're still floating around. Like I saw someone that said they had bought it just the other day off of a blog sale or something, but they're around. My favorite one of the two is actually Cocoa. It's such a pretty color. And if somebody asked me what my favorite MAC taupe was, that would be very easy. I could say this one in a heartbeat. It's just really nice, and it's more of a, I don't know, it's hard to explain taupes. They're their own color. Like, it's hard for me to tell you what they look more like. And some, you know, I don't know. It's hard for me to pick a color that they look mostly like. They're taupe. And here's Sweet Sienna. Oh my god, I almost just knocked that over. And of course I'm wearing white. But that is Sweet Sienna. It's...
We kicked the ball over the fence.
Okay.
He was kicking it.
That's my son. He just kicked the ball over the fence. But anyway, this to me is like a... I don't know. It's taupe. But it's more of a grayish color in my opinion, and I like to pair it with the Shade Stick, what's it called? Cake Shop. And even though the Cake Shop is like a greenish color, this is still very much, in my opinion, like it. So there's that. Anyway, and the next one up is a Chanel, one of the new like moussey, bouncy eyeshadows. And this one's called Illusoire. I have no idea how to say these words. I'm not French. I never took French. So, but anyway, that is it. And it is really like a purple color. This one's very easy to tell you what it looks like because it's very purple, and it's almost like borderline not taupe. But there are taupey qualities about it, so I decided to include it. My hand's getting so full of swatches. It's the one on the bottom there. And as you see, I mean, yes, it's purple, but if you look at it swatched next to all the others, it is very taupe. So I love that. And so now I'm going to move on to the palettes that I own that are majority, you know, taupes. Two of them are sold as they are, or actually, I think they're both limited editions, so I don't even think you can get those. But anyway, I'm just going to jump right into it. And this one is the Becca Enigma palette. I've done quite a few looks with this on my blog, but I absolutely love these three colors. And they're all taupes, so it's perfect. You can see my camera in the mirrored reflection. Anyway, it's just three really nice colors. It's Amur and Celestia and Sarah, but they're gorgeous. And two of them, I think one's a satin, one's a matte, and the other one is a shimmery color. Yep. No, two are mattes and one's shimmer. So 2 mattes and a shimmer. That's a pretty good palette. Here's that swatched. Not the best swatches, mind you, but those are those 3 colors swatched. So still very taupe. And this one, to me, it creates the most perfect smoky eye. And you know, I think you can buy this. I'm just not sure where. I know that some places still do have this palette. I just can't remember specifically where I saw it last. But anyway, great palette. If you can get your hands on it, I definitely would pick it up. And the next pre-made palette is one from NARS, and it is called the 9944 Best palette. And they haven't made this in quite some time, but it is just a really gorgeous palette. And all the colors in this palette are, I think, always sold either in duos or singles. But yeah, it's really pretty, and the whole palette is taupey. But specifically, I'm just gonna get these 3 colors in a swatch because these other 3 are really light and they're not really that much taupey quality about those. And I'll tell you which ones these actually are. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Okay, so those last 3 colors are the ones from NARS, and they're the Enigma palette is really like a cool taupe palette, and this is what I go to for my warmer shade taupe palettes if I wanted to like take it with me. But this one is called, it's in the Kalahari duo, and this one's called Kalahari 1. This one is called Kalahari 2. So if you wanted those 2 colors, just pick up the Kalahari duo, obviously. And then, oh wait, am I wrong? No, I was right. And this color is called Bali, or Bali. And it's like the matte color in the palette that anchors the palette into being an amazing palette. It's the best palette. And the last quad I made up myself, and I have put that in a blog post before, and it was the one talking about my dog who's taupe. And these colors, to me, they look like my dog, like no kidding. This one is called Moth Brown up here. This one is, oh, I don't even know. Oh, Smoke and Diamonds right here. This one is Hocus Pocus, and this one is Smut. They are truly my favorite MAC colors. I don't really think that the Smoke and Diamonds or the Hocus Pocus is really taupe-ish, but there are two taupes in the palette, and one is Smut and one is Moth Brown. So I'm going to swatch those two for you. And I think they lean on the cool side as well, as far as like tone, which I'm not getting good swatches of these. Go figure. But this is awkward. Those last two shades, that one is Moth Brown and that one is Smut. And I don't know how well you can see this, and I'm at a very odd angle, but those are my favorite taupe colors. All of those and all of those. Specifically, if I'm gonna pick out a couple like favorites, I would go with the Rimmel Sassy Mousse eyeshadow and the Shoe eyeshadow, the one I'm wearing today, and then the Chanel, and of course the liner. So that's it. I am quite taupe obsessed, and I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry I'm all over the place. I'm really sick right now, and I just wanted to do a video that was, you know, easy, and, you know, the easiest things in the world for me to talk about are taupes, even though I can't describe the shades or anything like that. But they are my favorites, and I mean, look at why. They're just so amazing. But anyway, thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks, and have a wonderful weekend. And happy Halloween.